This is the podcast about nothing with your host, Leo Black, the unfiltered voice. Previously on podcast about nothing.
Talking about men's mental health.
All the stats that you're reading or just read right now, bro, I'm not surprised because if you think about it, ever since COVID hit, the amount of people that go through mental health issues has increased to about 40 talking about mental health, but there's probably something that you are going through this whole week.
They created a monster that is now living in us, that now we have to carry it.
I think it's selfish because I'm the one who's going through it. And
this is the podcast about nothing with your host, Leo Black, the unfiltered voice.
people don't understand, oh, I'm just going to hit up two people. And when they're not giving me what I want to hear or solutions or any, I just think, okay, it's pointless to hit up another person. Let me just, you know what, it's not worth it. Let me just end it. Understand? So it's situational stress. Sometimes it's bad. It's not being selfish. It's going through a lot of emotions at the same time and not being able to think straight.
Guys, this thing is very hectic, and I don't think people understand it. They look at it in the face value. I'm like, oh, okay, you decided to take your life, guys. Nobody wakes up and say, I'm gonna kill myself. As you said, Mangane, it's a journey. You contemplate this. There are people who have written their suicide notes but are still living today. They have their suicide notes, and people even on their tweet, on their window, on their social media, they have tweets that they're very alluding to the fact that they want to die. That's a thing. People are contemplating it, and also they are some people are gathering courage to do it. And I feel like when you feel it's coming, just try by all means to speak to someone. And I'm not saying it's gonna go away, but try all means to make yourself feel better. Make yourself feel that to no longer feel that pain. I know it's hard, but there are ways for you to avoid that. There are people who are professional built to help people who are suffering from those things. Even though they are just professionals, they might not be able to get you. If you can't understand that in the professional way, then seek a friend, find someone, or even a stranger. Some people are willing to listen, bro. There's so many things. It's just that people don't have that understanding with why people do end up killing themselves. I'm more interested in your opinion on this. Do you think generally women, more to say, do you think women are capable of dealing with men's mental illnesses? Are they built to understand that a man can feel a wave of emotions which could lead him to depression and everything? Do you generally think women are capable of being a safe space for men? Because there are instances where a man would literally speak to a woman and you end up regretting it from after sharing your emotions and everything, because in a few days later she's gonna use it.
I'm sorry, Bafana, to disturb you. Can you please repeat the question?
Oh, the question is, do you think women care about men's mental health? Do you really think, not necessarily care, but also are they capable of handling men who are suffering from mental illnesses and stuff like that? Because it's tough, yes, but do you think they're able to take it? Can women be men's safe space in terms of mental health? Because even when you're dating someone, it do happen sometimes. And I remember I was in a relationship where someone, I would tell her things that I was going through. When we're having an argument, she would tell me, no wonder such and such and such. Because there was a time where I had a very heart-to-heart conversation with her. When I did have a conversation with her about my mom and my mom and stuff, because My mom had left when I was really young. So when I told her about how does it make me feel and everything, I was so vulnerable about it and everything. And in an argument, she brought it up and she said, "No wonder your mother left you." So you can imagine how does that make someone feel when they try to speak about their emotions to a woman, and then the woman trying to, when maybe you're arguing about something, they turn it into a clapback of some sort. So I'm just curious to know about that. Do you generally feel like women are capable of handling that information, like mental health?
Um, Look, bro. Firstly, let me tell you, it's never a coincidence for you to meet up with certain people in your life because when journeys come across, it was destined for it to be that way, right? Um, but firstly, you need to understand that there's a woman that's always equipped enough to handle what you go through, right? And like I said earlier on, and I'm going to say it again, women mature faster than us, right? It just takes a right man to determine the right woman for him, and not only a woman in your life, but the women that are friends in your life, the women in your family in your life, right? Because, like you say, if you did not have that relationship with your mom like that, there's always been that one woman who's always been there for you. For example, I don't know who it might be, but it could be your grandmother, it could be your aunt, or it could be your stepmom or anyone that really cares about you that much, right? So there will always be people that are equipped enough in your life to know how to handle things that you go through because they have the answers that you don't have. That's why I'm saying it's not a coincidence that you meet the people that you meet in your life because God wanted you guys to cross paths. So I'm not gonna bring in the whole God chat because people have different values and people believe in different things. So I'll just keep that one away. But what I'm saying is that, for example, I think beginning of the year or was it last year, I had a conversation with Manwande about spiritual things that I'm not equipped enough to know about, right? But I came to her and I said, Manwande, there's something that I need to understand. In fact, that conversation started on Twitter because of the TL. I asked a question about spirituality and God, and I needed understanding of that, right? But she could not answer me in the TL, but instead we took the conversation on WhatsApp and we spoke about it, right? So we ended up sharing things that I would not have a conversation with just anyone because the answers that I need, that person would never be equipped enough to give me the answers that I needed to hear from online, right? So I'm just saying that there will be friends in your life, and as a person. Okay, so what I'm saying is that what you also need to understand is that as a man yourself, it's your responsibility to identify the people that are equipped in your life to be able to help you go through the things that you need to go through. Because, for example, with what you're saying, Bafana, about your mom's situation, right? You can't just randomly go to any female friend that you feel like I need to speak to that person about what I'm going through, because that person is my friend. It's not going to help you. Or if you see that the partner that you're with is not matured enough, because sometimes, let's be honest, bro, you're going to be dating someone in your life that you feel like this is not someone I can build with because we don't we don't share the same values, we don't think the same, our level of maturity is not in the same level. You can just tell that this person is just someone that one day, whatever that I'm telling, they can use against me. But also in the first stage of the relationship, you'll not know that or you'll not see it, right? But as life continues to go on and on and on, you'll start picking that up. That's why I feel like in a relationship, it's very important that you identify stages in your life in that relationship that you know that, okay, I think we've reached that stage now where I can tell this person the depth of my family, and the depth of my family or the life that I've been through, because randomly dating someone and you just open up and be transparent from the beginning, that person might lose you one day because they were not there in it for a long term but a short term instead, right? So it's best to identify what's good for you in your life, the right female friends in your life, the right partner in your life, the right friends in your life also. And I don't think it should just be limited to females only, let me say women, right? But instead, even your friends around you, like it's important to know
the kind of friends you need to keep around you. Because if we look at us, for example, we're having this conversation, and I think we've actually entered a new chapter in our life that we haven't even spoken about. The fact that we have built a community this big, that football community, and that chapter on its own is big, and I feel like we downplay it because we don't even see how big this is. I know you from a football community, Bafana. I know Mangwana from a football community, but now we share values, we speak about things that you probably don't even speak to from your childhood friends. Like there's childhood friends that are still around, but you don't even speak to them about things that you speak to Mangwani about, or you'll speak to your Valentine, your DK, or anyone else, right? So even in that new chapter, the community itself is big, but what's also important is that you must be able to identify the right people that you want to keep close to you, because it's not everyone with good intentions, right? That's the first thing. It's not everyone that's planning to stay for a very long time in your life, right? So as soon as you know the right people that you want to be close to, and the right people that you see that, okay, in the long term run we're going to be friends in this life thing, then you know that, okay, if ever I want to speak about life things, this is the friend that I can go to, or this is the person that I feel like I'm very much comfortable, and this person can be my safe space. So it's also your responsibility to be sure enough about the people that you open up to, because they are the ones that will have to then create that safe space for you, you know.
Well, the question was about like, do you think women are capable enough to handle men who are going through mental health issues or illnesses? Do they have enough capabilities, or like, do they care enough to actually like listen to men when they're going through stuff like that? Or
No, they don't.
maybe it's a matter of
Well,
like,
there are women who
No,
can,
they
there are
don't.
women who can't. It's also a you thing. So you check your surroundings, just like what Q has said. I could feel like I'm capable of being a safe space for a friend or a boyfriend, and then turns out that I'm not. I'm gonna make an example with my past relationship because I went through mental illnesses. I've been in and out of psych ward, and my ex-boyfriend was always there for me. He was my safe space until I had to return the favor. Until he was the one who was now in my shoes, was going through mental health problems, but I feel like he didn't feel like I'm a safe space for him. It was my turn to return the favor. I was gonna be able to do it because I saw how he supported me. I saw what he's done, the effort and everything. But when it was my turn, he didn't allow me to do that, and instead, he felt like his mom was his safe space, and it eventually affected the relationship because he was going through a lot and I couldn't be there for him, and it was now starting to trigger me, taking me back to where I was, where I didn't want to be at. So yeah, there are people
Firstly, uh, the foundation of a relationship is very important. That's the first thing, bro. Secondly, your partner needs to know the roots of who you are before you even proceed with being in a relationship. You gotta be honest with, like, through the talking stage, or what do you say, the getting to know each other phase. Be honest about issues that you go through. If you know you have mental health issues, let your partner know. If you know you've got daddy issues, let your partner know. If you know you're going through your own family issues, like, be transparent from the get-go, right? So that that person can decide whether they want to be in a relationship with you or not. And if they make the decision that I want to love you with everything that you come with, they are ready to carry the weight that you know you are carrying each and every day with you, right? So it's fair, yes, if they agree that I know you go through this and this, but I feel that I'm equipped enough to help you as your partner to go through it, for me to be your peace each and every day, right? Because, bro, like, peace is also a feeling. Like, you can find peace in a person. So if your partner is someone that's always ready and willing to listen to you because they understand or know the things that you're going through, then I feel that, yes, it is fair for them, to be able to be there for you, right? But if a person tells you from the get-go that, look, I don't think I'm equipped enough, I don't think I'm the person that can, pull you through what you're going through, then, bro, like, respect that person's decision, because you can't expect much from them, right? So if from the get-go there was transparency, then you know where you fall under, if it's fair enough or not. But if ever, let's say now you and your partner have been in a relationship for a while now, and from the beginning there was no mental health issues or anything, but then you encounter that in the middle of the relationship or in the long run, because, I mean, anything can happen. You can be in a relationship now, and then tomorrow something happens that triggers your mental health issues. Then that's where the question comes in now, that if ever tomorrow you wake up with so much stress, or you just randomly lose everything in life and you start falling into depression and stuff like that, is it fair for them to be there for you? If they love you enough and think they want to be there for you in that phase, then yes, it's fair. But that decision has to be on them, not you, because now you can't now force someone else to be the one that takes up the responsibility to pick you up or lift you up when they also not equipped with what you're going through. Because now, what if that person is also going to find themselves stressed out because of what you also putting them through? You understand? Because I believe that spiritually you get connected to the person that you're with, right? We know through so many things. I don't even want to say each other, but now if you're spending so much time with someone, you guys share a bed, you guys are having morning breakfast together. Like, this is a person that's in your life, your daily routine, right? So it won't be fair for you to expect someone to pull you through something that you're going through when they also not equipped for it, right? So I think that decision then lies on them to decide if they want to be a part of that phase in your life, because obviously there's things they're going to experience that are going to break them apart, also they'll break their spirit, break their soul. Because now, like you said, like, whenever you find yourself in that phase where you're so stressed or depressed, it's not easy, bro. You don't sleep, sometimes you don't eat, sometimes you don't want to go out. Now imagine your partner wants to go out and I don't want to go to a restaurant, or you don't want to go partying, or you don't want to see friends, because now all you want to do is isolate and just close up to yourself and just always be listening to music, or you're in dark rooms all the time, you hardly even shower, so you can't be expecting your partner to also be, with you in that phase where you're not even taking care of yourself anymore, right? But if they feel that they can do it, then yeah, fair enough, it's on them though. But I don't think we should expect our partners to, then pick us up if they're also not ready for whatever it is that you're going through. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a relationship, bro. It works 50-50 when it comes to things that you go through. But also at the same time, we're still young, and if somebody's not ready to deal with things they never experienced before, then you can't expect them or hold it against them if they decide to dip.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking time, coming through and engage with us. And yeah, I'm sure it's a weekend, so obviously, you got your own plans, but it took time to come through with us. One other thing I just wanna wish you nothing but amazing things, and for you and your mental to be okay and always be well and everything, because I feel like we need to be in the space where we feel like we are happier, we are more, because there's a lot of things going on in this country, first of all, so they could put us in all emotions that are really unpleasant. So I just wish for all of us to just be at a space where we feel like we can be able to speak out and be happy and everything. Just want to thank you for taking time, you and Q as well. Um, Now we've just come to the end of this episode, and I want to thank each and every one of you watching also. And I appreciate you taking time watching and listening to us, what we're saying. You can share your comments and also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, if you are feeling that you're overwhelmed with things, you can call this number. It's 08 00 567 567. It's 0800 567 567. This number is SA Depression Anxiety Group Line. It helps people who are suffering from anxiety, depression, with suicide thoughts and everything. So if you are feeling like that, one of those things, you should call that number. It's 0800 567 567. And this was the episode number 2 on Podcast About Nothing. And this was your host, Leo Black, the Unfiltered Voice. And thank you until next time.